now. Come on now. Rubygold here at VMC Planet Radio. We on Momoro Achiri, Burning a Fire. Listen, this is like one of my favorite songs, man, so far.
That is beautiful news.
Yeah. What a banger. And listen, guys, I told you, man, that we will be giving you a surprise today. My name is Gozibeki Temba, aka Abege Glela. By the way, here at VMC Planet Radio. Welcome to the biggest, the fattest, the meanest, the better show on the planet. And I'm not alone, man. I am with the two incredible queens in the building. Three incredible queens, by the way, because there's someone in here. Yeah, I can feel the energy in the studio, It's crazy. It's crazy. So listen, how are you, miss? How was your day? How was your day here? Thank you very much for being here, man. This is an honor.
Thank you so much. My day was interesting. I'm just very excited to be at the stadium. There's a radio station at the stadium.
Come on. Thank you very much. And listen, you look like a superstar. She doesn't look like a normal person.
I told her. I literally told her.
She doesn't look like a normal person.
You are out of this world.
Look like.
Yo. No, normal people are boring, man. Yeah, they don't have that style. They don't have it. They just don't have it. But yeah, thank you very much for being here. So let's just get into business, right?
Yes,
please welcome Rubygold. To those that actually are discovering you today, right? Please tell them, describe yourself. Who is Rubygold, both as an artist and as a person in general?
Yeah. Okay, Rubygold as a person is an altruist, a divergent, somebody that is a human first. Somebody is God-fearing. I'm God's child, number one. I'm a mother. I'm a child. I'm a sister. I'm a cousin. I'm your friend. I'm the person next door. I'm the person that is going through life with you. And then professionally, I am a singer, songwriter, dancer, model, exotic model as well. That's something I added to my CV.
I mean, you do look like a model.
Yeah, she
does. As I said, man, she doesn't look like a normal person. She looks like someone who does something. That is beautiful. That is beautiful.
To change the waves, guys.
Yeah.
We're here to raise the vibration.
Most definitely.
That's
beautiful. Listen, but I've always wanted to know that, and I know a lot of people want to know too.
Yes.
So you have this unique genre, right? Called the trance jazz.
Absolutely.
Can you please explain what that actually means and how you actually developed it?
Okay, so I was in the beginning of my career when I had started out of underground music. So I was not in the commercial field at all. I used to make music, purely because of the love of it and wanting to just make music for music's sake. So I was underground and we had a band called Meet the Veggies. And we used to do alternative music, like, your fusion mixed with ancestral sounds and tribal things. So I basically fell in love with the idea of not having a direction commercially, but to also, enjoy music based on feeling and whatever comes out, like almost like a channel. So that was happening, and then I pretty much wanted to create a solo career. Then I was still developing myself musically because I have this rich palette for different genres. So I come from knowing very many different genres, from R&B to rave to house to kwaito, you name them. So now when they said I was coming to the industry and start my own thing, I was just like, I don't want to choose a genre. I want to be able to do them all. Be versatile, basically. Yes, I wanted to be more versatile than anything. So I wanted to create a genre where I'll be able to sing to you and you'll be able to hear my voice capacity as well as my lyrics. So that's why I created trance jazz. So that you can hear me vocally, because house and commercial music just made me feel like I had to just... It wasn't vocally oriented. And also with the words, especially with house, you have to cut them in short. You know what I mean? So you're not really singing a full body of lyrics. You're not singing a full chorus. You're just literally singing catchy words. And then that's what the song becomes. So for me, I wanted to really write. That was where it came from. I wanted to write my songs. I wanted to understand emotion, understand lyrics. And also, I'm secretly a poet deep down.
Hey, come on. It makes it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. I mean, who writes music without being a poet? That's crazy.
Well, yeah, you see,
You gotta get the rhyme, right?
Exactly. Everything's gotta rhyme, man.
but also storytelling more than
Yes,
rhyming.
yes,
I think
yes.
rhyming is more a hip hop thing.
Yeah.
When it comes to storytelling, you can do anything. You can say something that will rhyme. It won't even like the rhyming doesn't have to do with the words. It has to do with the story.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So I love that. I'm
Yeah.
a storyteller.
Beautiful.
And I'm also an activist. So on top of it, so that's where trance jazz came from. I just wanted to be able to sing and write and be able to introduce you to the voice.
Yeah.
Which is Gina. Her name is Gina.
Hey,
Who you hearing right now?
Gina.
Gina.
That's Gina.
Gina.
Oh, hi, Miss Gina. How are you? Oh, now we're speaking to Miss Gina, not Rubygold.
Yeah, the voice. I want to help you.
Mr. Gina. Gina in the building.
She's got a life of her own.
I almost thought like, okay, this is trans jazz, right?
Yeah.
Now I'm talking about LGBT qua.
Transgender, oh my goodness. No.
Hey, this superstar is just doing music for the transgender, you know.
You went girl.
I was like, oh, okay.
Look out for the people regardless.
That is crazy. And the name that of the band, you know, meat.
Yes. Meet the Veggies.
Meet the Veggies. Do you know the meat part, right? Meet the Veggies.
Yeah.
Is that the full name? Meet the Veggies. Am I
Yes.
missing some words there?
No.
Meet the Veggies.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Meat as in meat.
Meat
as
as in like meat.
Yeah, meat.
I thought that is so genius.
I
Because
know.
a lot of people would think that I'm saying M-double-E-T.
Yeah, meat is like,
It's crazy.
And then
It's
until you get
crazy.
it like written down, and then you're like, oh, meet the veggies. It's a double impact. You know? It's quite
But,
cool. But the creator who actually created the name of the
Yeah.
band thought about the band members' eating habits.
Oh,
so
yeah,
some of them
yeah,
were
yeah.
vegetarian, and the other ones, and others were meat eaters.
Yeah.
So we basically said meet the veggies.
The veggies.
You know what I mean?
Crazy.
So we joined
Oh,
them
meat
together.
combined with
So
the
shout out to
veggies.
Meet
Yeah.
the Veggies, guys.
It's crazy. But listen,
yeah,
being part of that
shout-outs.
group
They
was
gone
was
as well as
amazing.
bongs.
Né? But how can you actually define that chapter that actually shaped you into doing your solo? You know?
How did I define it?
Yeah.
Hey, working with people is quite a journey, you know.
Yeah. And as the money too, you
You know
get
what
it
I mean?
divided.
Yeah, you
Hey.
get divided in different ways.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
It's not always just about money.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can be about
Personality
ego,
and
personality
styles,
clash. You know what I mean? Somebody wants to be a star, Mara.
Yeah.
You know, they don't have star quality. You know what I mean? You know, so there's a lot of things that happen during having a band or even working with other people. So you
Yeah,
have to
yeah.
be able to just try to navigate around that. So for me, I was navigating around loyalty.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So I wanted to understand that if I do get a deal really from Universal or Sony or somebody, am I going to take Meet the Veggies with me or am I going to vie alone?
Yeah.
So it was a battle of now trying to understand who's got me and who do I have.
And sometimes you
then
gotta
unfortunately,
sacrifice too.
I found myself alone.
Yeah.
Outside of the band, and nobody gave a damn. And I was like, "Oh, okay, maybe this is my
gotta
way
bounce.
to start my own thing."
I gotta bounce, man. I gotta bounce.
You know, so I bounced because I was the only girl there also. So there was the male testosterone, you know,
Yay,
too much
yay.
Masculinity.
So I was like, you know what, guys, I'm too soft for this. I'm out.
Yeah.
So I left, and then I started working on. In fact, one of the band members also just encouraged me. Also, he was like, you know what, Ruby, why don't you just work with house guys? You know, like house guys that need vocalists and stuff like that. And I jotted it down. I noted it. I was like, okay, when I do decide to go solo one day, which I was not even prepared to do because I thought I was going to be with Meet the Veggies forever. But I jotted it down, and then when the time came, and then when I was, you know, strong and ready to go into the music again, because I mean, leaving something is not easy, nah? I didn't just leave the band and then to start, you know, working solo.
Exactly,
I had to leave the band, reprocess what actually just happened. I also had to understand I can't rely on anybody. Nobody's actually taken this step that I know that can give me the advice of where I'm going. So I had to be strong and say, okay, this is my time to be solo. And then I decided, okay, I'll work with the people that I know. And then a friend of mine, actually a boyfriend at the time, introduced me to monotone.
Okay, can I ask a question?
Okay, rewind.
Where's he?
He's in Jaws somewhere. He's here somewhere. He's here.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. I'm not gonna tell you his handle though. Okay.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I remember.
What's that follow? He's at the top, you know. So you wanna know him? I'm kidding. Let me bring it down.
Amazing.
But yeah, he was just amazing in the sense that he saw the way I wanted to get into the music industry.
Yeah,
and he
yeah,
was
yeah.
already DJing himself. So he was like, look, I'm a DJ. I can't really help you, but I have a producer friend, Monotone. Let me hook you up with him. And then Monotone and I hit it off. First thing, like a flame. We're like, yo, where have you
Crazy.
been? It's like we just started from scratch. Like we met in a different lifetime and then we came here and we met. And then that's basically where it started. At the time, while Monotone was working on his project, he wanted me. So now we worked like 5 years before Invitation to Dance even started. So we had that whole journey of going back and forth, making songs, and then he would like release them. And unfortunately, they didn't hit as much as Invitation to Dance did.
Yeah.
And then basically from there, here we are. You know.
Whoa.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then you released a banger, right? You released a song, Barateka Monique.
Hey.
Bonjour. I didn't think, what language is it? And I thought it was Songa, and then you started Bonjour, and I was like, hey, is this Portuguese or French?
The title is Tonga.
Okay.
So Takanga Kunika is give and take.
Okay.
Taka Munike. So I broke it down. I basically made it slang.
Yeah.
Right? So I just cut it up. So instead of Takanga Kunika Dega, I said Taka Munike Teka. You see, just like that. And then the rest of the lyrics is Portuguese.
Okay.
Hey.
Yes. So my family is from, my mother's side of the family is from Mozambique. Yeah. And then my dad is from Kimberley here, South Africa.
Yeah.
You know the Griquas?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
croissants?
Yeah.
That's us.
Yeah.
Okay.
But speaking of that,
Okay, sorry.
speaking of that, now you have this Griqua and Portuguese roots. Right? How do those cultural backgrounds actually influence, your music as well as your identity?
Oh my gosh, can you not see it?
It's big.
It's written in your all over
and
here.
they both command my soul.
Yeah.
They both do. Like before I knew who I was and before I wanted to get to know who I was, there was the polarity of pulling towards like, am I Portuguese or am I South African? Am I Portuguese? Am I South African? And then I made this song and then everyone thought I was Portuguese. And then I was like, hi guys, I'm one of you. What do you mean? What do you mean I was born here? I come from South Africa.
Yeah.
So I was born here. I was born in Coronation Hospital, if you guys want to know what it's called. They changed the name to Rahim something. I'm not sure what the hospital is, but that's where I was born. And my dad is South African. So both of those cultures really do pull. I grew up with my mother's side of the family, which is the Mozambican side. That has given me most of my rich heritage because I grew up with a Portuguese grandmother who used to pull my ears when I was naughty. She didn't play games, man. And then also there was love and laughter and happiness and a lot of dysfunction. So and then on top of it, the Griqua side of it, I had to go look for my dad when I was like 17 and I found him. So I don't really know too much about the heritage, but now that I'm staying in Cape Town, it's so amazing because we get to see the Griquas and the Khoisans a lot more there. So I'm so interested to find out so much more about my heritage, and I just want to own the fact that I'm South African, guys. Like I love the fact that I'm South African. I love our country. I love it.
I love it.
Nyamthanda, guys. I'm yours.
Okay, so let's take it to the creative side of you. You've mentioned that you are a poet, and you
Secretly,
also,
though.
Yes.
Babes, now you're putting it out there.
behind the scenes. So now I'm intrigued and interested. I would like to know, when it comes to creating music, what comes first? Is it mood influenced? Is it melody? Is it lyrics? What takes over?
So very many different things at different times.
Yeah.
I am a creative by nature.
Yeah.
I'm not a musician.
Yeah.
I just do music.
Yeah.
As well as I sing and I do all these other things. But I'm a creator in the sense that anything can trigger me.
Okay.
Literally.
Yeah.
It can be a sound that I heard, a bird chirping, or you laughing, or you saying, yo, let ice cream. You know, I hear music. You know what I mean? I hear, yo, let ice cream. Fagalum ice cream. I'm like, oh, okay, let me write this. You know what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? It's that easy. I don't need him to say anything. I'm just musical. So I don't know really. I can't fully answer that question because I write in different ways. If I'm inspired by a story, I will write about that story. If I'm inspired by my own story, I'll write about that. And I've written so much about my own story, you know, especially love-oriented, you know, like wanting to find love. Because I grew up very, believe it or not, I grew up very like a rebel. You know, like I ran away from home at a very young age.
Wild child. Wild.
You know,
Wild horse.
like a heater.
Yeah. Wow.
You know, I'm very wild. So anything can inspire me, guys.
Beautiful.
Interesting.
So since-
Creativity at its best.
Since you mentioned your parents, right?
Yeah.
And you said your mom is Portuguese and your father is South African, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I've read somewhere that your father is a musician, right?
Yes,
And you found that when you were 17, right?
No, I knew about him
Oh, you
being a
knew about-
musician
okay.
all my life.
Okay. Okay.
And that's also another thing that made me want to get into the music industry because I was like, hey, my father's a chippy.
Yes.
It's in those
You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
What's
And
fucking like,
you see, I knew about my dad already way before, right?
Okay.
But my family was trying to hide it and cover it up. Maybe they were trying to protect me. I don't know. I don't know the story because I also really don't know the story, but for real. But so my father's situation is that I knew about him earlier, but I used to see him on TV. There was this ad called The Big Ad with Miriam Makeba.
Yeah.
The Indlela,
Go.
you know the song.
Yeah.
Now there was a whole big ad
Yeah.
with Miriam only and my dad. So this video, this advert used to play all the time on SABC. So I would be like, damn, this is my father, guys. This is my father. So when I became an adult, I just wanted to know him. I was like, no, he's made it in the industry. He can help me. Like, I'm still an amateur. I haven't gone to school for music. Like, I wanted to be able to learn how to harmonize. Like, I had this big romanticized fantasy about meeting my dad. It was like so big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Now we get you. Okay, fine. And your mother was a dancer, right? So how is it like coming from parents where they are both talented?
Like dynamic.
And then now they created another talent, you know? So how is it like? Yeah.
It's scary and interesting at the same time because there's pressure. You know what I mean? There's pressure because now you have to look at these people and they're already professionals at this thing and you're an amateur. And you just have a dream. You just know. You believe in yourself, you know? So coming from them, I would say that I'm just grateful. I don't really know my parents, you know, to that degree. Because, I looked for my dad when I was 17. I really didn't fully develop a relationship with him to the point where I can say I'm satisfied. And then my mom died before I was old enough to even understand life. So, I just keep their memory. You know, I keep the memory of knowing them in my heart and what they mean. I don't want to cry saying this, so I'm going to try.
No, it's okay. Burning
my
fire.
goodness.
I just,
But listen, at least
I won't
you've
cry,
made
I won't cry, don't worry, don't worry.
At least you've made something.
Yeah,
Because
also,
the
you know,
song
tribute to my mom.
Fila,
Yeah,
The
tribute-
song Fila.
There we go.
Yes.
That's my mom.
Lolita was
Yeah,
actually dedicated to your mom.
Okay, so all of this actually also is because of my mom. Like, my mother believed in me when I was a young kid, obviously, because before she passed away, she would try to make me like a dancer and like try to get me on TV to do adverts because I think she really believed in my personality. You know, I'm getting to know my personality now that I'm older, but people have known me like as a clown growing up. I was a dancer. I was the family peacemaker. I was the one who just wants fun times. So she tried to put me in the music industry in that, in the industry in that sense. So I just captured that and took it with me. So yeah, I basically just remember her. And her story is that she was a dancer and she didn't get to fulfill her life, you know? So I feel like I'm trying to take the legacy with me and if she was here, maybe it would have been further because my mother was already she was gone. But now I'm like, okay, I'm trying to just pick up all the pieces, trying to understand, trying to find closure. And then Fila da Lolita came about because I felt like I was nobody, you know? I felt like I was no one in the world. So I wanted to become somebody, you know what I mean? And I couldn't do that without knowing who and where I come from. So I had to go back. It's almost as if I unlearned everything that I grew up knowing. At some point in my life, I was
And
like, no, this
reflect,
doesn't make any sense to me. Like, what's going on around to me doesn't reflect who I am. So let me go back. So I went back home to my mother's country, which is Mozambique. I went back there, and then I got to touch the soil by my gogo's house, you know, the ancestors and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I was like, yo, my mother comes from far. You know what I mean? Because there's suffering there. There's child labor. There's people who are carrying water, like 5-year-olds carrying big buckets of water on their head. You know, like, and it's like serious stress. Like, we stay at the Mkukus, like, there's no gravel there. There's no, I mean, there's no roads. It's just gravel. You know what I mean? So when I went back there, I kind of had a culture shock. And I was like, sure, like... I can't mess around with this. You know what I mean? Like, what does my life mean? And my mother passed away, and the way she passed away was just so unfair that I was just like, I'm Lolita's child. What does this mean? You know what I mean? And then I'm basically giving tribute to her, understanding what she went through, because my mother was very, very beautiful. So she would also get a lot of people being jealous of her, you know, and they would really attack her in ways that are just unfair. And I also go through these things. It's almost as if I'm like reliving my mom's life, but I don't want to die. You know, I want to be the one to live the life and have the legacy make sense. So I'm basically just telling her story, saying that she died in the flesh, but she lives in me. She's still alive inside of me. When I dance, when I smile, when I look at you, she's in me. Even my smile, So I want people to know that you can never kill me.
Exactly. Exactly. Listen, you have a lot of songs, right? Some of them are just interesting, not just the song as a whole, but the titles. Mix masala. What actually influenced that? What actually influenced that one?
Guys,
what's
look
the
at
concept
me.
behind
What am I?
Mix masala.
What am I?
Poet,
What am I?
artist, songwriter, dancer,
masala.
exotic model.
Whatever.
So you're trying to tell me mix masala is like all in one?
Yes, I'm
Oh.
everything.
Beautiful.
I can't be racist even. You know what I mean? Because it's in my blood. Like, I'm sorry, guys, but I just have this thing of not being able to be divided. And I think that the mixed masala thing also comes from my heritage. The fact that I'm Mozambican, the fact that I'm from South Africa. So it's two cultures coming together. Kitty mix. You know, when people look at me, they're like, are you black, white, colored? What are you? And I'm like, I'm just mixed. You know, like I am. Because I also, if you have to go back into my heritage, you would find all kinds of races there. There's Indian, there's colored, there's black, you know, there's all types of races in me. So I just feel like that's what I am. I'm embodying a mix.
Wow.
Okay, so with the type of genre that you are producing, what challenges have you faced?
Very
in
many.
the music industry.
Many, because I have not claimed any genre. You know what I mean? House claimed me, which I love you, House. Thank you so much for claiming me. You claimed me at a time that I didn't even know myself. You know, and I love that, because at the end of the day, House was like, "Hey man, we like you. Come here. Come start." Okay, but I still wanna find myself. But I feel like House is such an easy genre to do, especially like with regards to the commercial streets, because it's ours. It's African. You can merge so much with it. You can take house and make it gqom. You can take house and make it amapiano. You can take house and make it kwaito. You can take it and do anything. So I love that idea of the mix.
Wow.
So I love house, I would say. And I'm forgetting what the question is, because now I'm starting. The challenges is that I don't want to claim. I don't want to claim a genre, because I can do them all. You know, you can put me on a hip-hop song. I've featured hip-hop artists, and the song sounds beautiful. I've featured anybody, any genre, and there's not a problem. You know what I mean? So that's my issue. I think that's the challenge, is claiming a genre and then sticking to that, and then having that be what I want to do. But right now, I just don't know. I don't want to be boxed.
But that is transgender for you. That's the genre she actually exploded. I mean, trans, transgender. So listen to this, man. Who is mostly to influence you? You know, internationally and locally as well.
Musically.
Who are your influences?
Yes.
Yeah, your influences.
Hey, underground stuff, to be honest. I'm still underground at heart.
So it's actually people you work with underground.
I know
It's
the
not
people that I
people
work
that
with
are
are
out there.
commercial and that are out there.
Yeah.
But the stuff that influences my sound is the likes of like Abo Zep Mama. Do you know them? Oyabo, crickets.
But I don't know them, but I can tell you one thing. I can tell you one thing. Those names are crazy.
Zep Mama.
Those are dope names.
Little Dragon.
Yo.
Have you heard that?
Yeah.
Yo.
They're very known. So just after this, do your research. Nah? Those are the types of people that influence me. I think the people that I want to work with in the industry would obviously be Abu Tyler, Uncle
yeah.
Waffles.
I mean,
Swear.
I mean,
You understand me, water. Don't make me get too excited right now. Imagine the fire, the burning fire and the water.
We are three but we're burning.
You understand? Hey, so I'm there, guys.
Yeah.
I'm there. I do also like. I'm quite interested at them as well because like they're new in the game and they're young. Guys, if I can tell you my age right now, you'd be shocked. When I look at them, I'm like, damn.
now I'm
What are they
desperate.
doing?
I know, I'm
Now I'm
desperate.
desperate.
But you don't ask a woman, a woman
never
her
ask a
age,
lady
right?
her age,
You
right?
don't. But now we are cute.
Mara manje ngi-curious. Better ngi-curiosity. Angiyazi ukuthi it killed the cat,
You know what?
but
we
I
can
want
do
to
a
know.
guessing game. We can do
Okay.
a guessing game, but
Okay.
that's not what we're talking about.
Yes.
Okay, how was it like when you maybe like I meet you on the street and somebody like first noticed, oh damn. I
This is
just
Rubygold
met
right
a
now.
Rubygold. And then asked for their pictures. How was it like when you started to realize, okay, fine, I'm there now. People are noticing me. How was it? The emotions, basically.
Remember, in the beginning of this whole interview, I told you guys that I'm human first.
Yeah.
So when a person approaches me, I first think about what they need, like as God's child. Then after I realize, oh, I'm Rubygold.
Yeah, but
You know what I mean? I'm
Basically,
like, okay.
yeah.
And then when I realize that, I'm like, okay, what does this mean for you? You know, like what am I influencing you to do? You know what I mean? Sometimes I'll have conversations with people that really just need spiritual healing. They just need someone to talk to. They don't know how to deal with a certain problem, and then I'm there to help them with that, and that's what I love to do. The Rubygold factor becomes an after effect, especially if I've touched their soul already. But before that, maybe when they just, starstruck, I have to adjust. Because I'm like, guys, you don't have to really think of me that high. I'm not Jesus, you know?
Yeah.
Like for me, I'm like, guys, if you're going to be kneeling down and bowing to somebody, it should be Jesus. Or somebody that's done something for you, you know what I mean? What am I doing?
Your music, ma'am. You get us in our emotions now.
It's crazy.
You know,
It's crazy.
the heart is burning. Yeah.
Because speaking of burning, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
speaking of burning, burning fire, the song carries deep symbolics. Or symbolism,
Yes.
as to say, or meaning. But what is actually the message hidden behind the song?
Okay, so that, right? So I'll be meeting people and they'll have a starstruck and whatever, and I try to bring them down to realize that I'm human as well. So by the time they leave me, whatever they feel like, oh my gosh, Rubygold, they have that on their own. When they're with me, they're just human. Nah?
Okay.
Or we'll take the pictures, it's fine, they can do
Okay.
that, that's also okay. Then when it comes to the question you asked, right?
Yeah.
Repeat it just one more time.
So burning fire.
Oh, okay, what was the symbolism between around that?
Between the song.
So burning fire is about the zest inside of me, like the undying spirit.
Oh, yeah.
The spirit that like you can kill me, but I'm still here.
I'm
type
not gonna
vibe,
die.
you know. I'm like a phoenix. Like I feel like I've died many times. It's such a strange thing to even say, like online. I mean, here on radio. But I feel like versions of me have died. You know, and I had to step up to the plate of that version of myself.
Yeah.
And before the version of myself that came about with burning fire, before that happened, I had died to myself in the sense that I lost the music career, or at least it felt like that. I felt like the music career wasn't working for me no matter what I tried. Even if I released a song, nobody cared. I didn't have the money. I'm independent, you know what I mean? I'm doing everything out of my own pocket. I'm trying to work and collaborate with people, so it just wasn't working. And then I also went through a divorce. And then my family life changed, where things just didn't make sense. And I felt like a lot of people weren't taking accountability for the dysfunction that was happening inside of me. So I needed to just break away from Josie, home, and then go to Cape Town.
Whoa.
So I went to Cape Town to go heal. Because I was under a lot of trauma, and I didn't even realize how much trauma I was under until I had a moment to rest. So here, the feeling of being in Joburg just feels like you're always on the go. You have to go, you're hustling. No matter how much you're hustling, you're just not getting to the thing. You know what I mean? You know? So we're just there, and I'm just frustrated by that. And at the same time, I'm now dealing with family dysfunction. And now it's like, I'm trying to survive. I'm trying to get out there. When are you pulling me down? We're together here in the situation. I have 5 rand. Now you want to take 3 rand.
Hey.
You know, you don't even know what I want to do with this 5 rand, bruh. I'm trying to make sure we have another 10 rand so we can both eat. But no, you want to take it from me. So I'm just like, okay, I need to get away from people. I don't know what's going on here. I'm bouncing. Went there to Cape Town. And then that fire was still brewing in me because I was claiming everything. I was like, okay, I think okay, fine, the music industry is not working for me. Let me just claim it. Okay, guys, I'm done. I just had this stop nonsense vibe. I was just like, I've had enough of things that just don't make sense anymore. And that burning fire was just there. You know? I mean, the lyrics are, she wants to catch a fire. Oh, she wants to catch a fever. She wants to catch that fire burning in her belly fever.
Hey.
You know what I mean? Where does it come from?
You remind me of, she reminds me more of, I don't want to compare, ne? Please
don't do
please.
that too.
Level Matosa.
You said
Hey.
That's the vibe I'm getting right now.
My lady, I'm a
we will
2K
keep that one.
Marahir.
You can compare me to Lebu Matosa or Brenda Fassie any day. Because that's exactly who I am, actually, if you have to think about the mixed masala version. If I can compare my spirit, energy, impact in the music, it's Brenda and Lebu one. I'm a mixed masala. Both of them, shame, they're still in me. Brenda Fassie, the reason why I say her is because I have this thing, guys, when people are like, you're Rubygold, you shouldn't go to spaces like this. I'm like, bro, I'm a person. They're not going to hurt me unless I let them. You know what I mean? So I vie anyway. I go to a taxi rank. I go anyway. Nobody will hurt me because of the way that I am. And that's what Brenda had. Brenda wasn't a celeb.
Exactly.
Where you must stop. Oh, my God, it's Brenda. Hey, she would hug you all. You would feel like this is your auntie. You'd feel like she's your cousin. You'd feel like she's a, you know what I'm saying? That's what I feel Rubygold has. Rubygold has this thing where she's just human. You know, we can cry together, Shem. I'll cry with you. We'll pray together. I don't have all the answers. But Sisonke, bro, we're in this life together. And that's the type vibe that I have. So if I have to compare myself, actually, to rewind the question that you asked me earlier, it's them.
You know, I have to say it. I'm a fan of your vibe. When you stepped in here, I was like, oh my goodness, we're about to speak English non-stop. Hey! But now as you're sitting and speaking, I'm like, oh my, I like that.
Now, you know what? I have to send a shout out to my friend. Her name is Tato Sikhat.
Hey.
Because you know why? She says, guys, she's Tswana, and she gets annoyed by speaking English every day. She's like, guys, I'm speaking English. It's drama to speak English. So I get you, sister. Shout out to you.
Okay. So now, pretty sure there's a girl in Cape Town, in Gauteng or in Eastern Cape, Oti. Oh my goodness, Rubygold is my role model. I love Rubygold. I like how she acts. I like how she's carrying herself. I like her music. I love everything about her. And I'm interested to enter the music industry. I don't know where to start. I'm confused. What would you say to that girl who sees you as a role model?
First of all, there's a lot of pressure, girls. It's a lot of pressure because I want to give you life advice before you want to do music. You know what I mean? You need to know why you want to do music firstly.
Yeah.
If you're into music because you see the glitz and the glam and I look nice in my fly coat, then you're doing it for the wrong reasons.
Exactly.
But if you're doing it because music is you, you can't stop singing. you can't stop writing music. You know, you find yourself in music spaces, you just music right now yourself. Then study. Go to school. You don't have to go to an institution where they teach you, in a building with a teacher, but everything is online. Nah? You can literally go and put yourself through school online and say, okay, what does it mean for me to release a song? Right? How much percentage would I be sharing with the producer? How much percentage would I be sharing if somebody wrote the lyrics with me? How much percentage would I be sharing with the label if I went with the label? How much percentage would I be sharing with anything? Basically,
and
these are the
that's
things
so
you have to think
important.
about, Yabona. So you see, whoever sits down and wants to talk to me about the music industry, I'm going to give you the full book. I'm not going to just say, Gumnandi, I'll check, guys, join. Because it's not Gumnandi if you don't know what you're doing.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It may look nice on the outside and I may look glamorized. I look like I got my together, but it's hard. You know what I mean? It's hard. So I would tell them to please also build a relationship with your creator. I don't want to say go to church. I don't want to say go believe in whatever. I want to say understand who you are. Find out who that is. You Zulu, you Tswana, you what? Understand your heritage. Because you must understand that when you become famous or when you become somebody and you make it, you're taking your ancestors with you. They need to be proud. Otherwise, things I vumi. You know it, ne? You all know it. You try to do things, trying to get a job, things are not working out. Why? You have to go back and say, thank you. I'm here, I'm not running. Because there's a whole lot of things your ancestors have done before you got here. Now you get here, you don't know the story. You go and look at this white Jesus on your wall and you're like, okay, this is my life now. But actually, you need to reprogram yourself. You need to undo everything the world taught you. But start at home. You know? So that's what I would teach them. I would teach them that it's not, anything glamorized is not to be followed unless you know what you're getting into.
Exactly.
There's a saying that says not everything that's gold is glamorous.
Not everything that's gold is what?
It's
Not
good,
everything that's
something
gold
like
is
that.
not everything that shines is gold. That's the one.
Good girl.
Exactly, baby girl. And we'll end it with that one because not everything that shines is gold. And that's what you must also learn. I mean, we come from Jozi, guys. We are here at Igoli, where they mine gold. Right? So why are we suffering? Why, when we come from gold, we are out here looking like we picking from Toti? You know what I'm saying? This is the kinds of things that I'm saying. So it's amazing. Yes, you can have all these things going on around you. You want money, you want love, you want all these things. Find out why.
Beautiful.
That's all.
Now that's really, really amazing. But in 3 minutes away from 4:30, and then we'll be expecting a little bit of a performance from the one and only Miss Rubygold. Yes. So make sure that you tune in, and then nothing but talent here. Rubygold. So please hang tight. Don't go anywhere. Don't tune out. Make sure that you're still tuning in. And then when can we expect a new song after Mix Masala?
Guys, the music industry, young bitch.
I could say.
It hurts me.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Like, young better, like it's hitting me. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
no,
Like,
man.
I still don't understand how to break through. You know, so I'm still exploring myself in different aspects. I'm still trying to get to know myself. I don't want to make music from a broke point of view anymore. You know what I mean? Like, it's great when you have the budget for money. I mean, for music. Sorry, I don't want to offend anybody. So, you know, sometimes I can speak very straight. I'm Sagittarius, if everybody wants to know. I'm just very straight with what I say.
Straight
But
to the
sometimes I
point.
can hurt people's feelings. And I don't mean to hurt anybody's
Yeah.
feelings. I'm speaking as for myself. For me, I feel like I need the money. Right? The money, whether it be funding, so that I can be able to do things properly. So I'm not going out there manipulating people to do things with me. I'm not selling myself short because I'm desperate, you know. So I want to be able to make music when I'm making music for you. Without the pressure. So I feel like it's not the last year before somebody takes it out my mouth. It's not the last project. But Mix Masala, I wanted to reintroduce myself to you guys as a vocalist. And I want you to marinate there for a bit. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
And then when I'm ready, I will release another one.
Yeah.
But right now, music is not at the forefront of my mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
But listen, we'll be waiting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
We will be waiting
We'll be
for
waiting,
you.
most
We
definitely.
will be waiting for
Yeah,
you. So
yeah.
please
appreciate
tell
that.
us, man, where can people find you? You
On
know, where
social
can
media.
they download your music? You know, and all of those things. And for bookings as well, you know, please give them the details to that as well.
Okay. For bookings, you can find me online. I'm Rubygold_live on Instagram, Rubygold live on Facebook, Marisa Claassen on Facebook as well, Rubygold_live on TikTok. But if you want to book me, it would be on Instagram and my Gmail account. So goldenrubylive@gmail.com. You can book me there. And yeah, you can follow me on social media. I'm also entering a content creation era of my
Hey.
life.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a digital world.
Plus,
yeah.
with your personality and your aura, most definitely gonna.
I hope so,
Hey,
because
listen.
I come on unorthodox. So I don't know. I come with a little bit of controversy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Can you give us like a nyana, something nyana? You remember this
I don't know. I mean, do you have
Throwback
children?
Thursday that we were doing, which is the controversial stories that we once heard in our lives. Do you think they're true or not? Can you give us like one scenario, just one?
Of a controversial story.
Yeah.
Can you give me one?
Please give us. What do you think? What do you think of the Mandela one? Was Mandela
that
cloned?
Mandela cloned, or
Yeah.
because
Oh,
they said
okay.
his
Okay,
his
since she's a
mold
musician,
was
right?
on the left, right?
Yeah.
Was on the left, and then his mold changed when he came out of prison. So, yeah.
What do you think of
it's
it?
True,
I
or-
think that there is a lot of speculation for anything, right? When there's people in power, you never know. Anything could go
Yeah.
down. You know what
Oh,
I mean?
yeah.
So there are conspiracy theorists that are busy checking. For me, I'm saying that it could be the truth. I'm not saying that it's not the truth because we really don't know Mandela.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We don't know what he was cashing up to. We don't even know how he signed the papers to say, "Sharp, South Africa is free." So I don't know.
Okay.
That's my
Crazy.
answer. So me, I'm half. I'm like, anything could be the truth.
Yeah, so right now we're just gonna wait for you to give us something, yeah, so that we can stand up and
Enjoy.
burning fire.
Please start with that one.
Come on.
Please start with that one.
Come on.
That one is like my favorite
am
song.
I singing here?
Yes, please.
Okay. I'm singing for the people, so I can sit down. All right. Hey! But wait, this is not the beginning of the song. Start me again. All right. Fine. And the girl don't need water. Hey, I'm sorry, I can't hear it from the start from
Hey,
scratch.
come on.
The
Why did you
beginning.
stop? Oh my goodness. Okay. You know what? Let's start it again, right? Let's start it again.
Champion League, let's go from
Let's
the
start it
beginning,
again.
please.
Yeah.
Yeah, selector. Okay, so you're playing it in the background, right? So I can still hear myself.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm not ad-lipping or like, yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
What you know about that flame? That flame that can't be tamed. Yeah, that's right. She wants to catch a fire, oh, she wants to catch a fever. She wants to catch that fire burning in her belly fever. She wants to catch that fire, don't tell anybody fire. She wants to catch that feeling beaming from her ceiling, baby. And the girl don't need the water, she is the flame fire. She's moving like a snake fire. The girl is hot fire. You want her name fire, so you can claim fire. She out of your league fire. And a ring ting 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 ting, alarms go ring ting ting. When she's just a walking by. A ring ting 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 ting, a sound alarm ting ting, because she is the burning fire. And the girl don't need water, she is the flame fire. She moving like a snake fire.
The girl is hot fire. You want her name fire, so you can claim fire. She out of your league fire. And I just can't believe it. She woke up from her sleep. She woke up from the lonely slumber. And no one can unsee it. She's back, oh yes indeed. She woke up with a burning desire. And a ring ting 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 ting, alarms go ring ting ting, because she's the burning fire. A ring ting 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 ting, a sound alarm ting ting, because she is the burning fire. This girl is just a burning fire. This girl is just a burning fire. Yeah, yeah. This girl is just a burning fire. She out of your league fire. Oh, and the girl can spit fire. Okay, let's go. Wow. Wow.
Hey,
Wow.
hey, yo, that was great. That was crazy.
I almost said ting 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 fire. I was thinking.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's back. Yo, that was crazy. I'm just gonna give her a 10. A 10 out of 10.
100. You can't say out of 10. Out of 100.
100%.
Yes, you broke
That
the
was
scale, ma'am.
crazy. That was crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, a gold rush or rush gold, whatever that you decide to call her is still her. She is still the icon. But listen to this, that was Burning Flyer. And she killed it. Murdered it. Listen to this. We've also got other, songs such as "Feel Her Da Lolita."
Yes.
Yeah. I bet her mother is still smiling.
Oh,
What
shout
the
out
she
to my
is?
mama.
She is.
You know.
Yeah, her name was Aurora, by the way.
Yeah.
The world must know her name.
Hey.
It was Aurora.
Aurora to the world.
Lolita.
Hey.
Clausen.
Man, what's going on with you guys and cool names? I don't get it. Yo.
We are courtesans, nje.
Yo.
Listen.
Amazing. So are you ready for the next one?
I'm ready.
Listen, here is Feel Her Da Lolita performed live here at VMC Planet Radio. Beyond Momoro, than none other than the incredible Rush Gold Rush. Ruby.
Yes.
Ruby.
So 45
Right?
seconds, remember?
I'm
yeah?
gonna give you a nickname. From now on, you are Rush.
I'm
because
Ruby
you're
Rush.
killing it.
Oh, you know what? On Espresso, they asked me what is my favorite nickname.
Yeah.
And because I was on air, I couldn't think about it on the spot. Ne?
Yeah.
But I love it when people call me Rupana.
Rupana.
Yeah, I'm like,
giving
yes,
classy.
it's giving classy. You know what I mean? I love it. Rupana,
Yeah.
that's my favorite. But Ruby Rush, we can keep it too. What?
Yeah,
Ruby,
let's go,
Ruby
man.
Gold
Let's
Rush?
go.
What are we
This is
calling me?
amazing. This is amazing. The performance was crazy. And ladies and gentlemen, drum roll. She is about to kick it with her fabulous song again. Feel Her Da Lolita. Hear this.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, what you are about to experience is power of streaming radio. VMC Planet Radio.
A little louder.
And they go, and they go. Eu sou filha da Lolita. 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 Sou filha da Lolita. Eu venho aqui pra viver não vem aqui pra morrer. Só quem? Filha da Lolita. Eu venho aqui pra viver. Mataram ela no corpo, mas ela ainda tá viva em mim. Sou filha da Lolita, eu venho aqui pra viver, não venho aqui pra morrer. Sou quem? Filha da Lolita, eu venho aqui pra viver. Mataram ela no corpo, mas ela ainda tá viva em mim. Sou quem? Filha da Lolita, Lolita, Lolita. Filha da Lolita, Lolita, Lolita. Sou filha da Lolita, Lolita, Lolita. Sou quem? Filha da Lolita, filha da Lolita, Lolita, Lolita. Filha da Lolita, Lolita, Lolita. Filha da Lolita, Lolita, Lolita. Sou quem? Filha da Lolita, filha da Lolita, Lolita, Lolita. Filha da Lolita, Lolita, Lolita. Filha da Lolita, Lolita, Lolita. Sou quem? Filha da Lolita, filha da Lolita, Lolita, Lolita. Filha da Lolita, Lolita, Lolita. Filha da Lolita, Lolita, Lolita. Sou quem? Yeah, eu sou filha da Lolita. Eu sou filha da Lolita. Sou filha da Lolita. Eu venho aqui pra viver, não venho aqui pra morrer. Sou quem? Sou quem? South Africa, my mother's child, Lolita! Sou quem? Sou quem? Filha da Lolita. Thank you so much, South Africa. I love you with all my heart, and thank you for accepting that I'm both Mozambican and South African. I love you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to experience in